about the USART. USART is basically used for serial communication. I was explaining that microprocessor works on parallel processing, and if we want to connect any serial IO device, then we need a an interfacing device which can convert from parallel to serial or serial data to parallel. 8251 is the IC number for USART. USART is Universal Synchronous Asynchronous Receiver Transmitter. Now it takes data serially from peripheral. Peripheral means from outside devices. It can be an input device, it can be a output device, and converts it into parallel data.
It receives parallel data from microprocessor and converts it into serial form. If it wants to communicate with output device, serial output device, and if it wants to communicate with input serial device, then it will convert the data into parallel form and it transmits it to the CPU. That's why the term is here, receiver transmitter. It acts like a receiver and transmitter both. This is the block diagram for the 8251 IC. As I have already explained that it works like a transmitter and receiver. This is the section which will be used as a transmitter section. Transmitter means when this device receives the signal from the peripheral device and it needs to transmit it to the microprocessor by converting it into parallel data. In the similar way, the same device work like a in receiver mode also, means if the microprocessor wants to write something in serial output device, then that parallel data will be converted to serial data. So this is the main block diagram. It includes this data bus, and these are the control signals. Control logic means the device wants to read the data, means microprocessor wants to read the data from the device or write the data from the device. As per these control signal only, these any one of the section of from these two can be activated.
So interrupt is the method of creating a temporary halt during program execution. Means if we are executing a main program in that particular time, if any peripheral device wants to communicate with the microprocessor, then it will create an interrupt to the microprocessor. Mainly interrupts are classified under two main categories. One is hardware interrupts, another one is software interrupts. In case of hardware interrupts, we are having two more subcategories. One is maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. And uh, in case of 8085, what are the names of maskable interrupts? In 8085, maskable interrupts. In case of 8085, we were having RST 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, those were maskable interrupt. And trap was the non-maskable.
Non-maskable.
Yes, non-maskable, which was having the highest priority. In 8086, we have NMI. NMI in place of trap. Trap was having the highest priority in 8085. In 8086, we have NMI interrupt. NMI is the non-maskable interrupt for 8086 microprocessor. In case of software interrupts, we have RST-N instruction. In case of 8085, RST-5, which we have used in the lab also. So RST-5 was the example of software interrupt. Maskable interrupts, INTR, and INTR is also a maskable interrupt. Now, hardware interrupt means that occurs from a peripheral device, that is known as hardware interrupt. Again, we are having two types of hardware interrupts in 8086. The names are different. This NMI is different from the trap, but the role is similar. There, the name was trap. Here it is NMI, non-maskable interrupt. It is having the highest priority among all the hardware interrupts. INTR is also a pin available on the microprocessor for hardware interrupts. And we have one signal, INTA signal, which is interrupt acknowledge signal for in correspondence to these this INTR maskable interrupt. NMI non-maskable interrupt, highest, it is having highest priority. Again, as I have explained, there is no need to go in much detail. Still you have time, you can go through these slides. It is a single non-maskable interrupt pin having higher priority than the maskable interrupt, INTR pin. Now, if this interrupt activated, then what will be the action will be taken by the microprocessor? Always microprocessor completes the current instruction. Even if it is a non-maskable interrupt, then also microprocessor will complete the current instruction that is in progress, then pushes all the content, all the flag register values to the stack to retain these flag values. Basically, actually, after executing this or after serving this interrupt request, maybe possible flag request flag register values may change. That's why they should not change. This flag register values are copied in the stack by pushing all the flag values. Push F was the instruction. It also pushes the code segment value. IP is the instruction pointer value. Again, to come back when it is come back to the main program after serving the interrupt, then it should know where it was. For that reason, it transfer all the important content to the stack. Then IP is loaded from the contents of the word location 00008H, where 00 was the page number. As I explained, in case of 8085, there is different pages. So this interrupt will serve the subroutine of 00008H location. CS is loaded from the content of the next word location, and interrupt flag and trap flags are also reset to 0. INTR interrupt pin is there for peripheral interrupt from the peripheral devices. It is maskable interrupt, means we can mask the interrupt as per our requirement. Programmer can mask the interrupt. If programmer is performing any important program, then it may mask the interrupt so that if the interrupt occurs, then also it will not be assessed by the microprocessor. And if the microprocessor can assess the interrupt, can provide service to the interrupt, then it will send 1 to INTA output, activates INTA output. That will show that now peripheral device can communicate. In case of software interrupts, interrupts can be main program can be interrupted by using software interrupts also. The instruction for this, one of the example of the instruction is INT. INT is basically the instruction which is available in the instruction set. The format of the INT is INTN. This N can be a value from 0 to 255. So there are different roles for different interrupts. It is a 2-byte instruction. Now, for example, there are 5 important interrupts. These are named as type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Means type 0 is the interrupt represents division by 0 situation. Means if the by any chance if the content is divided by the 0, then it will produce an error. This error will be indicated by type 0. Next is type 1. Type 1 is the interrupt represented single step execution during the debugging of the program. Type 2 is the interrupt represents non-maskable interrupt. Means if the question comes what type of non-maskable interrupt is, then the answer is it is a type 2 interrupt which is having second priority, although it is a highest priority interrupt. But if the divide by 0 error occurs, then divide by 0 error is having the highest priority, then the priority of NMI comes. Type 3 is the interrupt represents breakpoint interrupt. Type 4 is a overflow interrupt. For overflow, there is instruction INTO also. There are few more example of the interrupt instructions. Halt, HLT is a halt instruction. Wait, WAIT, wait. Wait is used if the peripheral device is slow in operation, then wait interrupt is used. Now type 5 to type 31 are reserved for other advanced microprocessor. So